Okay, so at this point you know what parameters are and you know what arguments are. When we use arguments, we're passing values into a function's parameters so the function can use those values. So there are a couple of ways to pass arguments to functions, and we've only been using one way up until now, but now we're going to look at another way. Before we do that, I want to talk about this operator, the address of operator. I've created a variable here called sumVar, and watch when I put cout address of sumVar. Let's go ahead and run that and see what the output looks like. Okay, here it is. It's just some meaningless hexadecimal number. The number itself is not important, but this is the address of that memory location. Every byte in memory has an address, just like houses on a street. Every house on the street has an address. So let's just, with that in mind, let's take a look at a couple of functions. Maybe I'll comment out this. Okay, so all of the functions that we've used so far use a pass by value. That's the default way of passing arguments to a function. But so let's just talk about this. Here's the pass by value demo, and this has a single parameter, which is a float, to represent somebody's bank balance. All right, let's look at the function definition down below. It's very simple. We have the bank balance coming through the door, and this function is going to wipe out that bank balance in the bank balance parameter. It's going to set it to 0, and it's going to say that it just wiped out the balance. Okay, so here in main, let me uncomment this. I'm going to create a variable called all my money. Let's say this is my life savings, $5,000, and I'm going to pass that to the pass by value demo. All my money, my $5,000, is going to that function. And so then we're going to print out the balance here in main. Whoops. Let's run it. Okay, so this is the output from the function itself. We said that function is going to wipe out the balance, set it to 0, so the 5,000 is going to 0, and it's going to give a message that it just wiped out the balance. So then back in main, this is my cout here in main, this one, we have here in main all my money, after it was passed to that demo, the pass by value demo, is still $5,000. And you may be thinking, hey, wait a minute, I thought the function wiped out the balance to 0. Well, it wiped out the parameter value to 0. And the thing is that the default of passing an argument to a function like this is a pass by value. What exactly did we pass here to the function? There are two entities in play. There is the variable itself, the memory location, which we've named all my money, and there is a value inside of it. $5,000. Okay, so there are really two things in play here. It's the variable, the location, and the value inside of it. And the default is to pass the value, not the variable itself. Okay, so basically a copy of that 5,000 was made and passed to the function, and the 5,000 came through the door, it was wiped out, but you know, it didn't really matter because all my money was still in main. It still had the original $5,000 untouched. It made a copy of it and passed that value, that $5,000 copy to the function, but it really remained untouched up here in main all the while. So pass by value is really kind of a safe way of passing data into functions because you're not really messing with the original data, the original variable. Okay, so let's comment this one out. And we're going to take a look at the other function. Here's our pass by reference. Okay, another way of thinking of pass by reference is you can think of it as pass by address. You have the address of operator in there. So we are not going to be passing the actual value, the 5,000. We are passing the address of the variable location. Okay, it's going to make all the difference. So we're going to look at here's the definition down below. Same thing, it's going to wipe out that bank balance to 0, and it's going to give us a message saying it just wiped out the bank balance. Okay, so here in main, we have all my money, $5,000. Now I'm going to pass it to the pass by reference demo. And I'm going to give a message of what the balance is after all that is done. Let's go ahead and run it. Okay, now it really is zero. That bank balance really is wiped out all across the board. So you can see the pass by reference is different. You're giving the function the address of that variable, and say, it's like giving someone the keys to your house. Here are the keys to my house. Go in, do what you want, trash the place, take whatever you want, you know, whatever you feel like doing. So that is that's really what's going on here. It's not a safe way of passing data into a function. I'm not saying it's never done. It certainly is done, especially when you have very large objects, which we have not looked at yet, but you have large things. You don't want to make copies of those in memory because then your program is going to be really bloated as it's running. So, but like simple little things like the integers, the floats, and things like that, those are passed by value. And as I said, it's a safer way of doing things, as we've seen in this program here. So that's the difference. I mean, it's really not difficult to spot a pass by reference because you have that address of operator, that single ampersand. This is the only time we've seen it so far in this class. So when you see that, immediately your mind should think, oh, okay, that's a pass by reference or a pass by address. Again, giving the function full access to that variable location and letting it do whatever it wants with that whatever value is in there.